chegou a hora.
Hey everybody, we're here with Ed Boon, the creative director of MK1 and NetherRealm Studios. It's a pleasure to have you here, Ed.
Thank you for coming.
And we just played the latest demo, right? And then we have the new mode, the Invasions mode, right? It's a single player, all single player mode, right?
Yes, that's right.
That is kind of a multiverse stuff, right? A lot of stuff different happens, it's not in the main story, right? And we see a lot of the other mechanics in other Mortal Kombats that are in this one here. What was the point of doing this new mode? To make the game last more, to increase the ability to put new stuff on the game on the long run? What was the point of it?
All of those things that you said. We really wanted to add another avenue for somebody to play the game single player, right? We have this very elaborate story mode that everybody loves, and we'd never get rid of that. We're always going to do that. But we also wanted to bring something new to the table, and we really wanted to double down on our commitment to single player content. Now, granted, we have a lot of competitive multiplayer stuff like the cameo system and all that, but Invasions is really something that we really wanted players to spend a lot of time with. You were talking about the story. It isn't part of the normal Mortal Kombat canon. It is a little bit of a what if, a little bit of a different kind of universe type of thing, and they're seasonal. So you for every 6 or 8 weeks, we're going to be introducing a new season that tells a new story, and the player goes through it again with the new story. So that's what we're most excited about, is the fact that it just keeps coming back with brand new content, all through the year.
And when the game launches, we saw on the demo like 2 worlds, right? It was the Johnny Cage's house and the other, or you know how many worlds we have on launch day?
A lot more.
A lot more, really?
Oh yeah. It's not those, not just those 2. There's a number of them. I probably don't want to give away all of them, but it's a lot more than just those 2.
Estão atrás de você também, Sizor. Para me pegar, eles vão ter que me ver. Caraca!
We have in the previous Mortal Kombats, actually all of them, like the tower, right? The arcade mode. Yeah. We have the arcade mode back. I think,
absolutely.
And in the arcade modes, the other ones, we have some what if something when
That's exactly right.
I felt something like that in the Invasion mode. Like, what if this was different, right?
Yeah. There's Invasion mode is the combination. You could think of it almost like, I always describe it as this gigantic board game that is like city blocks long, right? It's just gigantic, and the player is traversing their way through it, getting tons of rewards. It's in some ways it's a combination of conquest mode, the crypt, the towers of time, all of these kind of in one gigantic single player mode that the player is going to spend hours and hours going through. So what we felt like was the strongest qualities of Towers of Time, Crypt, Conquest mode, were kind of combining into this giant single player seasonal board game.
Do I have secret stuff too inside?
Of course, it's Mortal Kombat,
Conta aí como é isso. Você se transforma no que der na sua telha? Só posso alternar entre esta e minha forma natural. Eita.
Okay, now in the story part of this stuff. The story mode is like the length is similar to the earliest, to MK11 and MK10.
Yeah, it's about the same.
We have, because we are doing this model since MK versus DC.
That's right.
A few people remember this game, but I like this game.
A lot of people think it's Mortal Kombat 9, but MK DC is the first one.
Do you have something new on this story mode, or is it more like the other ones?
For the most part, it's like the other ones, but we have something crazy at the end of it.
Okay.
It is absolutely crazy, and I'm definitely not going to talk about it yet.
That's fine.
But it will surprise everybody.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We have now this cameo system, right?
Yes.
That has a lot of characters, and all of these I guess we will have an explanation why, but all these characters are like their first versions, right?
Yeah.
Like Sector and Cyrex, Sonya and stuff.
Sonya, Jax.
This cameo characters that they are not playable, fully playable characters, are they in the story or they are just the cameos?
Some of them are in the story.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, the story mode has cameo characters that are exclusive to the story. So there's characters that help you that aren't even Mortal Kombat characters. So yeah. There's tons of cameo characters in the story that are only appear in the story. But the costumes that you were talking about were Sonya, Jax, all those classic ones. Those are really just kind of like tributes to the old games, right? Like, so we really wanted to show Sonya in their first costume, show Scorpion and Sub-Zero in their early costumes, and they're not part of the like the game story canon, because those are from a different universe, right? It's the one where Raiden was the Thunder God and all that.
Yeah.
Você escolheu desafiar a paz. Então escolheu a guerra contra Deus.
And what about customization, right? Because in MK11 and Injustice 2, we had a ton of customization. You can customize everything, a lot of parts of the character. How is this on this one? Because we couldn't see anything.
Well, we're probably going to give more information about that, but I can tell you that there is customization.
Okay.
There is a collection. There is, like I said, the invasion mode is where you get all, you know, a lot of those rewards. You're leveling up your individual character. You're leveling up your cameo fighter. You're leveling up your player profile, which is throughout the entire game. So there are a lot of avenues to get stuff in the game just for playing the game.
We played the first chapter, and when you win fights, you get stuff too, right? Yeah. And why did you decide to restart the universe again? Because we did it in MK9 after Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
And we restarted again. Well, why did you decide to go this way?
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, we did restart things in Mortal Kombat 9, but we did tell the same story, right? It was a tournament. Everybody came, and it was like, because Mortal Kombat, this was the first time in a pure Mortal Kombat game that we had that story mode. So we decided to tell the story of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, right? So that was the main reason for doing that. So it was a reboot in a sense, but we were telling the same story. This is a brand new story. This is like an absolute wiping the slate clean. Liu Kang is literally creating his Big Bang moment, you know, almost like the snap, you know, and everything is resetting. It's a new story, existing characters with different relationships. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers. Liu Kang is the god. Raiden is the common person. And so it's recognizable characters, but you see them in a completely different story, completely different relationships with each other.
Vocês podem se enfrentar como inimigos declarados, ou unidos como irmãos.
We saw like a bunch of characters. I think that when the game launches, we'll have like I don't know, 24 characters, something like that, like the other two of the Do you have any brand new character for this one? Because since MK10 we have.
Yeah.
And now we didn't see any no new characters at this time.
Yeah, we always want to add new characters. The challenge with it is there is such a demand for, you know, we were talking about everybody wanted to see Sonya, everybody wants to see Jade, everybody wants Melina, Katana, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, you know, like it's, there's such a demand for that takes up a lot of slots. So there's not as much room to make brand new characters, but we are bringing back characters that some players haven't seen in 17 years, right? Ashra, Li Mei, Havoc, a lot of those are from the Mortal Kombat 3D era games, right? You know, we haven't done a lot of those in, you know, 15, 16 years, and so that's a big focus with this game, is bringing back some of those characters that have been away for a long time.
Ashra e Saizov. Os monges vão prepará-los para.
Last question. We in MK11 we had the aftermath, like, and it was the first time you did something like that, story stuff and stuff. So Did you plan to do the aftermath when you make MK11, or it was an idea that came after? Because the aftermath is like important to this story right now.
I think we did.
Yeah, it was.
We had a plan to have continue the story.
Continue the story, and are you thinking about it in MK1 too?
Absolutely, we're considering it. We haven't made any kind of final decision or anything like that, but I personally love it when we continue telling the story, continue adding characters, continue adding, you know, the finishers and stuff like that. It's fun to add the friendships and all that stuff like that, just to keep the game, you know, keep new stuff coming into the game.
Yeah, I hope we see other finishers in this game too, because they are amazing.
Yeah, they're fun.
Okay, thank you so much, Ed. It was amazing.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.